Hello! To start off today's episode, I thought I'm going to go to the Twilight Forest in order to gather a few pieces of Oldemodium. I visited a few hollow hills and got a decent supply of Oldemodium. I used some of that Oldemodium in order to make a pick, and I was very lucky to get Fortune 2 on it. I also made myself a telepad, I went to the Nether, I placed down the telepad, and it managed to teleport to the other dimension. And yes, that's its name. In this mod pack, Vibranium only spawns in the other dimension between Y levels 0 and 20, so I had to dig down. After a bit of digging, I did manage to find a bit of Vibranium, I smelted that, I used it in order to make the Vibranium sight, and I went back to the other dimension. Also in this mod pack, we don't really need to make the charms from Apotheosis unbreakable, because we have the talisman from Project E. But finding Vibranium with the sight was relatively easy, we did manage to get a decent amount, and with that, we made the transmutation tablet. Now that we have the transmutation tablet, I thought it most of the items that we had, and well, we have a decent supply of EMC as well. And if you're wondering where it came from, well, we had a ton of resources from the Twilight Forest. I just melted them, put them inside. But that brings us to another problem, our furnaces are garbage. And I really mean garbage. For that we are going to need slime balls, and I did receive a very important comment, so thank you very much. This is how you get it. With mushrooms. I remember that we did this in a pack, it's just that I completely forgot. Anyways, it has EMC, so we don't have to care about it anymore. It's funny that we're getting quests. I think for the moment we just go as high as netherite, that should be enough for us. One more speed upgrade. Augment Factory converts the furnace into a factory, uses power for heat instead of fuel. So what's the difference between wireless? I don't know, maybe you can directly hook it up to power? But I do think wireless is better, we go with that. Also, I don't really think it's a bad idea to upgrade one of them into a blast furnace. Yeah, why the hell not? And the wireless thingy, we can just hide it down there. Nobody will notice. We link, and you go in. Oh yes, this is far better. Also, I can smelt down cobalt, which is nice. And one very important point, let us not forget the entire reason that I got the transmutation tablet. Cakes. We did manage to find one bucket of milk in the Twilight Forest, and I believe we should be able to bottle it. Yes, very good. That should give us a cake, and you have EMC. So we can have tons of cake. Oh, they don't stack. I forgot they don't stack. Anyways, it's going to save me a ton of automation and therefore a ton of lag. But let us not forget, cake is for Botania, therefore we need to find flowers. We don't need to find flowers. Yeah, we really don't. Because bone meal has EMC and I do have some bones. And we just need some dyes. That's it. Oh, they don't go in the pulverizer anymore. I forget, you need a centrifuge. Oh, it gives you 3. Nice. We don't do that. I'm lazy to make a centrifuge. I think 2 stacks is more than enough. Because the thing is, flowers also have EMC. Not every flower, mystical flowers. Do I have to count? That's 4, 4, 4. Yeah, 16. We have all of them. So at the start, we're not going to have a fancy setup. We're just going to set it up next to the dynamos. Because we need to start with endo flames so that we can get to a cake Morris. Oh, they changed the recipe for a petal apothecary. You don't need slabs. Nice. Anyhow, you guys know the drill. We start with pure daisies. And as usual, we go with 2. So oak has EMC. I think stone also had EMC. Yes. If that is the case, let us get our living rock. Yes, yes. Thank you. And some living wood. I don't like the new texture. What was wrong with the old one? It looked nice. We have done Botania millions of times, so I'm gonna go through it really fast. We shall have a wand of the forest, which shall be purple, obviously. We need a mana pool. For the start, we're going to go with 2 mana spreaders. That's 1 and 2. And I always forget. Yep, light grey. 2 brown, 1 red, 1 light grey, 1 seed. An endo flame. We just need to do this 7 more times. We go with a total of 8. Or maybe 12. Yeah. So as usual, mana spreader goes into the mana pool, then we shall plant the endo flames, and of course finally, my garbage redstone. Pressure plate, a redstone torch, 1 more block, a dropper. Why do I need the dust? I don't need the dust. We need a button. Yeah, it does tick. Good. Normally at this stage of the game, we need to burn coal, but thankfully, we have EMC. So we're going to burn blaze rods. 3 more stacks, thank you. And voila. Yes, it does work. We have a teeny tiny bit of mana. I waited a bit and we have a decent supply of mana, it's not that bad. We get some mana steel, mana diamonds and mana pearls. And we're out. But that is fine because we have enough resources in order to make the runic altar. Therefore 1 more mana spreader and the runic altar. Nice. Well, now I need to craft ruins. We do have the basic ruins, now we need to make the higher tier ones. And for one of them we actually ran into a bit of a problem. A rune of winter. We don't have snow. Water next to a pure daisy should convert into snow, and we don't need that much. I hope. Actually, while the snow is cooking up, let us also make a rune of mana. That's not it? Oh, it's a pearl. My bad. There you go. And just in case, one more. Very cool. The snow is ready. I want to have a few sets. That's not gonna be enough. It's enough for the start. Now that we have all the ruins, let us get to the important stuff. The terrestrial agglomeration plate. And if I have not messed it up, this should be the multi-block structure, like so. One spark on top of you, one on mana pool. We want to be able to make the Alpine portal, and for that we just need one terrasteel. One terrasteel is going to take half a mana pool. That should be more than enough. So there you go. We shall have it very soon. Nice. The first one. Today we're going to make a lot. So how did this used to work? We needed to make 2 mana pylons, 2 Natura pylons, like so, the gateway, 2 more mana pools, that should be it. And obviously a few bits and pieces of living wood. And I would like to mention, this is really a temporary setup. I'm going to move it to a new area immediately after we're done. But for the moment, we just want to open the portal. Something like this should be fine. We just need a ton more mana. Yep. I have spent a bit of time trying to make an area for Botania. It's not finished yet, don't you worry. And in the meantime, I also have been gathering some mana. It's not a crazy amount, but it should be enough. Don't empty it. So you fill in that one, you fill in this one, and I believe this much mana should be enough. Hopefully. Yes, it is. We need to do some trades. We trade the book. Thank you. We give you some pearls, some mana steel, and some diamonds. And of course some living wood. Can I get some more? Yes. Thank you, thank you. The reason that we needed the elven portal was because Keikamoris does require a pixie dust. So it's 2 orange, 2 white, 2 brown, 1 gluttony, 1 pixie dust. Yep, I'm gonna need more petals. It's okay, we have a tablet. The issue is that I'm used to having tall flowers, not the small ones. Also, now that we have access to dream wood, let us upgrade our mana spreader. So you, my dear friend, you go to hell, and voila. I want to gather a teeny tiny bit of mana before we move on to our area, so let us get a few cakes. Oh, we don't have the mod, so I have to place it like so. But mana generation is now really fast. It can go faster. We're going to need 2 lenses, 1 velocity, 1 potency, potency and velocity. Now it should be better? Yep. Yes, we finally have a Botania area, which is not something super complicated, it's just generating us mana. I stole the idea of portals, the elven portals, from our dearest friend Thomas, and the Portuguese pavements from Lord Fonda. I like stealing, it's fun and noble. But I had to use more Keikamorises, more mana spreaders, and I also had to use block placers from Engineer's Decor. They don't really need any power and they were very cheap to make. And if you guys remember, last episode we did manage to make an energy condenser Mark 1, and it's full of cake. I put like 4 million EMC there, that should be enough for 4000 cake. That is a lot of cake. You guys probably know that in Botania we have 2 types of catalysts, conjuration and alchemy. It's not a super complicated thing, you just put it under your mana pool and well, you get different results. I thought instead maybe we should shut them up. Yes. No more eating. Anyways, I did make a block swapper and I thought maybe with the RF Tools screen we can have, you know, remote access. The problem is that I cannot configure it, because then I can pick it up. In the recent version of the pack, this has been fixed, but I haven't updated yet. So for the moment, we just have a button. It will swap. Nice. You also get a spark and you shall be dominant. We want a lot of mana, obviously. Another thing that maybe we should start doing is that we should get the mana infuser from Mythic Botany. I don't think it requires anything special. Yeah, it just needs a rune, which we don't have, and these are easy. For the moment we don't really have anything for runes, so maybe we put you here and let me go and craft the rune. Yeah, this is more like it. It should give us Alph Steel and it should also reduce the price of Terra Steel. Or I think that's how it used to work. No, it's half a mana pool. Okay, never mind. But since we do have a few mana pools, this is going to be decently fast. Let us get our usual gizmos. Why you say you don't have it? You have it. Just craft it. So, Pyroclast Pendant, Benevolent Charm just in case we have explosions, Sojourner's Sash, Hand of the Ender, obviously Rod of the Lands, Rod of the Highlands, Rod of the Seas, Shifting Crust. I'm not really sure, but I think Molten Core is going to be useful if we are in the Twilight Forest. Maybe. It will find ores, and the Rod of the Depth. Now that we have access to Botania, a lot of items have been unlocked for us, especially food. So I guess let us purchase a few seeds. We're going to need pumpkins. Oops. Oh, there was a hole. I blame that mod. You pick up everything. Don't you worry, we have insurance. I also need some tomatoes. Why did I buy 4? Do you have some lettuce? No. Salad? What the hell are you called? Oh, cabbage. Yes, some cabbage. Again, we just need the one. I don't know what I'm doing. Some rice just in case. Actually, not just in case. We can make tatamis. It's nice. Wait a minute, you can't buy onions? It's okay. We will find onions. And most importantly, berries. Let's get a few. And don't you worry, we put you in a safe place. Oh, the base ends here. I think it's a chunk error. So first off, good news, you can find onions in the Twilight Forest. Secondly, you might notice that most of the mob drops do have EMC, except the ones that we can use for food. So I guess our next order of business should be to get some protein. There are so many ways of doing that. How did I do this? You have to move by 1 block. I was going to say there are so many ways of getting different types of meat, but we are going to go with mob grinding utilities. Give me back my cookies. Thank you. And as you guys remember, there is something in mob grinding utilities called Delightful Dirt. It's exactly like Cursed Earth, but you get passive animals. The issue is that it does not really work in the desert, so I think we have to do it around here. This is a river. Good. Oops. Desert. River. Yeah, that's it. Wait a minute. It does not work in ocean biomes. My bad. Then we're good. It does not have to be a supermassive farm because I'm actually doing food for fun. It's not really necessary for the mod pack, but it has to be covered. The ceiling. Cursed Earth is going to burn when it is daytime. This one is going to get snow when it is nighttime. So what we need to craft is, okay, buckets of experience. I'll be honest with you, I did not pay attention to the recipe. It's a very good thing that we have some cheaty methods. And it's also a very good thing that I get experience from the furnace. We need 4 buckets per egg. Yep. No, we go to 16 buckets. For some reason, we also need potatoes. I'm going to go with 4 nutritious chicken feet. We will get 4 eggs. That is good. The issue is that now we have to find chickens. I'm really hoping I did not eat every single one. I forgot to bring some fuel for flight. We use redstone. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, our first victim. Eat. Thank you. Do they get eaten by something? Cause they're very rare. By something I meant excluding me. I eat them too. What is this? Oh, it's the dungeon. Yeah, we don't have to look for it ever again. The weird thing about integrated dynamics is that when you want to craft something which doesn't stack, it's incredibly difficult because you can't shift. You have to do it one by one. That is kind of boring. We do this. Yeah, much better. What the... Lightning. That's a thing? Yeah, I guess we have to skip the nights, but we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grinders. It has to be symmetrical. Not my fault. I say 5, and I make 6. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lash's butcher house. You're passive? I have to kill you too? I don't mind. Well, this is weird. That's the only mob that we get. Is the dirt biome dependent? That part is a desert, so we only get rabbits? I don't want rabbits. I really don't. My main problem is that in the Twilight Forest you don't actually get any cows and you don't get any pigs. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use a cocoon of caprice. After 2 minutes it's going to give us a random animal and it's always passive. Then we're going to make spawners out of them, I guess. So we want cows, pigs, chickens and sheep. For mutton, not for wool. We got a rabbit, we got a wolf, we got a cow, no pigs. But we did get some chickens. It's okay. I can make more, it's not expensive. So we got a pig. And also the wolf who ate one of the sheeps. But that is fine, we have the DNA for pig, we have the DNA for sheep, DNA for chicken, and DNA for cow. Also, I'm very lazy to go and find more chickens, so what we're going to do is that we're going to breed these guys. Perfect. Come on. Make babies. We do have a few chickens, we can start wasting them. We just want 4 spawn eggs. Yep, we have all 4. Great. Although now what we need to do is that we need to silk touch a few spawners. I had a silk touch, yes. I believe this should be a perfect place to find a few. This is our first one. Yes. Is it just the one? No, there's another one here. Honestly, anywhere will do. You come with me and you go to hell. Charm of keeping is nice. Poisonous potato. Am I wrong? They used to have a basement. Ah, nice. More milk. Actually, now we have cows. It doesn't really matter. That is a giant hollow hill. Look at the size of it on the map. We mark it. When I made the world, I should have paid attention to the biome. The problem is, nothing spawns in a river, and not many things spawn in a desert. Over here, we get cows. Thank you for the demonstration. Over here, you can wait for eternity. Nothing is gonna happen. So there are a few things that we can do. For example, we can go to the end, get a few ender dragons, and hopefully that is going to ignore the spawning conditions. But that is not what we want to do. We might want to try something new. Spirit. It's the name of the mod. I have a feeling that this is like soul shards, but with a few minor tweaks. It looks nicer. And I would like to mention I have never played with this, so I have no idea how it works. Oh, and it's German. Nice. Then it should be efficient. They say it's efficient, it's probably going to require a lot of paperwork. And I really have a question. Tier 1 ignores spawn conditions, Tier 4 follows spawn conditions. Why? Okay, that's not very important. Let us get to work. It seems that we need to start with something called soul powder. So that's glowstone in blue fire. Oh, I love that. I really do. Is it ready? No. Well, 3 of them were ready. We wait. Anything with particles is amazing. So soul powder gives us soul block. We need more. All of this for a kitchen that we don't need. I know. So now that we have the soul powder, we should be able to make soul steel. Yeah, we just have to surround you with the powder blocks and throw in iron. Ew, that's expensive. It's not that horrible because you need to make the sword only once. Probably. We don't need the tools. It has an empowered version. Maybe it works with souls. Anyways, here's the sword. Press V to empower. Yeah, V doesn't work. That doesn't work. Yep, that one works. We also probably need to have a soul crystal. So we throw you in. We should get something. Yes, soul crystal shard. We upgrade it again. Was this the recipe? No. And I burnt my soul shard. If we drop deep slate, we will get soul slate. We just cover you one more time and we upgrade. Yes, yes. Soul glass. Oh boy, this is a rabbit hole. And it has to be tinted glass. Okay, don't break. Cool, this one doesn't break. So we just remove the lapis, replace it with the glass. The glass looks cool. And it does consume the block. Okay, it tells you. You go in again. Nice. So yeah, it works exactly like soul shards with a few minor differences. First off, I did understand what the hell empowered means. We're going to need specific mobs. So we will do that later on. You might also notice that I have 63 cow souls in my crystal. If we kill him with our soul steel sword, it's gonna give us 2 more souls. And it's incredibly laggy. So you see, it's 65 now. If we use our normal sword, it's 66. So it gives you 1. There are a few enchantments which are going to give us more souls, and also the soul cage is extremely expensive. These are blocks of soul steel ingot. So there's no way in this universe that I can finish the kitchen today because we need so much resources. And I don't know how many of them we can automate, but at least we know it works. Even though I really want to get the spawner from the spirits mod, I don't think it's going to happen today because it is a very long process. I have been also checking the map and all of this is a desert, so switching the location of the spawner is really not going to do anything. We will go with the spirits mod. But for the moment, let us focus on something important, EMC. I have been preparing a lot of silver and tin dust, and if we get some glowstone into the system, how much lumium are we going to get? Oh, that's a lot. Nice. The reason that we want lumium is the phytogenic insulator, and we are running low on EMC. Let us get 1 stack of machine frames. We are going to use them in the future, so why the hell not? Lumium gear. And for the moment we are going to go with 20 phytogenic insulators for EMC. The reason that we are going with 20 is that the space over here is only 5 blocks. Yep. Yeah, something like this should be fine. The problem is that we are also going to need the cyclical processing augment, and it's kind of expensive. We're only going to use this side for the moment. Next episode, maybe I can make enough augments for the other side. What we're going to do is that we're going to have some amethyst seeds. Thankfully, it's a very garbage seed and it's a tier 2, but it does have a ton of EMC. There's a redstone block down there. Thank you. Also, even though we are going to use only 10 of the machines, I'm going to make all 20 seeds, so that I don't have to do it later on. Therefore, I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. I wish I would have used hoppers. It's too late now. At this very moment, this is not going to be a very fancy setup and it does require a lot of manual maintenance. For example, I'm not really going to automate phyto grow, we're just going to put it manually inside the ender chest. And it's gone. Are we out of appetite? Ah no, we have blocks. It has to fill in 20 machines, that's 20 stacks. Also, please bear in mind that the machines don't really have any augments, so this is gonna be slower than I thought. Maybe I should get a few augments. The reason that I'm very lazy to make alloys is that the induction smelter recipe for all of them is disabled. So you have to make the dust or use that stupid alloy kiln. Well, we have 5. That's a start. Yeah, now it's decently faster, you can notice the difference. But it will give us 20 essence, that's what we want. There's also a crafter from RF Tools down there which is converting the essence into shards, but we should be able to get it inside an ender chest. Yes, we have 40. Nice. Now we have 60. Yeah, but I really do need augments. This is garbage. Alloys and augments are a serious problem which we're going to fix next episode. But before we wrap up this one, there is something that I wanted to mention. Look into my eyes. No. So by the time I'm recording this episode, you're actually watching episode 2. So if you think what I'm doing with Amethyst is wrong or whatever I'm doing is wrong, it's gonna take a few episodes that I read the comments. Therefore, basically what I'm asking you is to be patient. In any case, thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.